What up, my friends? Welcome back to my channel. Today we have a ginormous Costco haul. I did not intend this Costco haul to be as aggressive as it was. Last month, or maybe it was like 6 weeks ago, it's been a while since I went to Costco, I fully intended for it to be a very large Costco haul. This one, I was hoping to spend $500, yet somehow I spent $1,000. I need to start like calculating as we're adding things to cart. But to be honest, I have no remorse of the things that we bought because I know we're gonna make it work. I have some goals that I wanna share with you guys. It's kind of like housekeeping for this channel for the next few weeks. I'm gonna put a timestamp on the screen just in case you don't wanna listen to me babble, and you can skip right over to the haul section. After the haul, we're gonna also include a full taste test on I think like 7 or 8 items from this video. So if you wanna get some feedback before you head to Costco yourself, we'll share our honest thoughts on everything and whether we think it's worth your money. Now, for some housekeeping, first of all, I know that there was an extended absence from me and it was completely unintentional. I went on a road trip to Disney World. We had a fantastic time. This was probably one of my favorite Disney trips so far because the kids are at that stage where they're really starting to understand and interact with things, and it was just the most adorable thing to watch. We also got the twins' first haircut. They are just over 2 years old. If you happen to be a Disney fan and you have any babies in your life, you can go to the Harmony Barbershop on Main Street and you can get a first haircut package. And with that, it's like $26, I think. Plus you'll want to bring a little cash for tip. They provide you a My First Haircut ears set. They provide you a little certificate that says that you went to the barbershop to get the first haircut. And they just give that Disney magic in the interaction, and they make the kids feel so comfortable. They have a bunch of toys and ways to distract them. They were using like stickers. They take pictures for you while you're doing it. They're just wonderful. All 3 of our kids have now done their first haircut at Harmony Barbershop, and I could not recommend it more. Anyways, prior to that Disney trip, I had set myself up for success to be able to not skip any videos. I had myself set up with a bunch of videos all in the works, and all I had to do was kind of like push them over the finish line. As soon as we got back, got hit with first food poisoning, then a severe flare-up of vertigo. And we also had a couple of doctor's appointments for one of our kids. Life was just lifing, and I was not able to just push those videos over the finish line. And honestly, I love doing this. I know that I probably portray that to you guys. I don't know if I portray it well enough. It doesn't feel like work to me. I love doing this. I shouldn't say it doesn't feel like work because there's challenges that comes with it. But for the most part, I'm passionate about doing this. I enjoy doing this. And I'm the type of person that just loves being productive in general. So mentally, it's not easy for me if I'm down and out the way I was. But I just had to give myself permission to allow myself the time to recover. John is a rock star as always. So if I have vertigo flare-ups, he seriously just dives in and takes care of everything, and it's just amazing. So those videos are coming, but I wanted to get this one up because first of all, I wanted to give the update and be like, hey, how are you? But I also wanted to get you a Costco haul because let's be real, we need to know what's going on in Costco like immediately. So in that way, if there's something that I'm like, you guys need to get out your house and get to Costco and go buy it. I wanted to make sure to get that too. And then my next video is gonna be a book wrap up video. If you didn't know, because I bet the algorithm doesn't show you, once a month I do a wrap up on all of the books that I read. So in case you're interested in book recommendations, that will be up coming Tuesday. And then I'm gonna start doing all the videos that I had previously. So some of the verbiage might be a little off, but we're all gonna get through it together, right? Thank you so much for all of your kind messages because I did put an update up on Instagram. And then I also put it on the community post. So if I'm ever not going to be able to put out a video, because I'm pretty consistent when it comes to video scheduling, I always put it on the community post just to let you guys know what you can expect. I know I say it all the time, but I love you so, so much. And you are just the best ever. It's part of the reason why I love this so much is because I just have the best community that truly feel like not even friends, but family, honestly. So thank you so much for being there for me and being so kind. Another thing I feel like I should just touch upon is that this $1,000 is probably gonna seem very aggressive to a lot of people. There's gonna be questions. We are a family of 5, we have 3 toddlers. I do a mix of organic and non-organic foods. So the organic obviously leads to our prices being a little bit higher. We also have a substantial amount of produce because, first of all, my toddlers go through produce like you would not believe, and that's not a habit I'm about to stop. So I will spend the money to continue providing that produce to them. And the other thing that I think people kind of like overlook when you're seeing my number compared to maybe what your family budgets for groceries each month is that I have a YouTube channel that's dedicated to recipes. So at least once a week, I'm usually sharing some type of roundup of multiple recipes. So I do purchase more food than the average person would because I'm testing new recipes on a more regular basis. We tend to share the food too with either John's coworkers or I have a friend that lives right down the street. I know that I don't have to explain this to everybody. I'm just a budget conscious person. So I would probably sit there and be like, how did this woman spend $1,000 at Costco? I don't want to like glorify it. I'm not mad I did it. I don't have buyer's remorse because I know we will use the food. We are very good about minimizing food waste in this house. And this is kind of where the goals come in. I'm hoping that this can carry us through 5 to 6 weeks. That's my goal, $1,000, 5 to 6 weeks. And the hope is I want to try and do BJ pickups maybe every 8 days for only around $100 to $125 just for fresh produce. But I want to be cooking through the items that we have in our fridge, freezer, and pantry, and then these Costco items over the next 6 weeks. So I'm planning to try and do some type of a weekly video where we check in on that process because I think that it could help just give some inspiration if you're like me and you struggle a little bit with coming up with what to make, you know? If you happen to be new here, hi, how are you? How's the family? Thank you so much for clicking on the thumbnail and giving me a chance. On this channel, I do a lot of haul videos just like this. So if you're interested in what's new at Costco, Trader Joe's, Sam's Club, feel free to check out the rest of my channel. And if you enjoy the vibe while you're here, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. We've got a lot to cover, so we're gonna dive into the haul. Stick around for the taste test. We got a lot to talk about today, you guys. I hope you're ready. I hope you have some snacks. Let's dive into our Costco haul. First of all, down here, we recently went to Disney World. I popped over to the Grand Floridian and they had beautiful pink hydrangeas out front. And I saw that Costco had them and I said, I can have a piece of Disney magic at home, say less. So I grabbed this. I wanna say it was like $24.99, $26.99, something like that. This thing is huge. And I was like, honestly, a bouquet of flowers at this point is that much money. You know what I mean? So I think it's a bargain. Girl Math says that's an excellent buy. It was very difficult for me to fit all of this onto this counter, so please excuse the absolute clutter that is happening. But this is real life, you know? All right, let's start over here with a couple boring things. We've got Stella's favorite treats. If you're ever unsure of what to grab your doggies, she's super picky and she loves these. They have gone up in price, I've noticed. They used to be like $18.99 and now I think they're like $24 something. We also grabbed some allergy medication because the pollen has been on a new level lately, and we realized that our allergy medication actually expired last year. So I think it still was okay that we were taking it. It's just not as potent, maybe. I could be making that up. We also grabbed some applesauce for the kids. We tore through that when we were in Disney World, so we needed to replenish. Another thing that they love are these little yogurt melts. They call them yo-yos, and we like to just have them on hand. They are very overpriced, but they are a favorite, so it is what it is. John wanted to grab these morning buns, $9.99 for 9 of them, so like around $1 each. He wanted to bring those to work tomorrow for his coworkers and things like that. Over here, we will definitely be taste testing these cupcake cups. Red velvet. It's red velvet chocolate filled with cream cheese frosting flavored filling. Okay. John also wanted to try the chili. They now sell chili at Costco. This tub was $15.96. It's $3.99 per pound and it's 4 pounds of chili. For the sake of taste testing, we're going to give that a try. We also grabbed some of these. I almost said no to them, but then John was like, no, I definitely want to try those. So we did grab some of these strawberry crispy creamy wafer bars. I really enjoy Nature Valley products normally, so I'm pretty sure we'll love it. Over here in the hot mess express zone, we've got some grass-fed ground beef. I am so happy to see this back at Costco because it was out for a long time. It's one of the highest quality ground beefs I've found, so I love grabbing that. I also, this is part of the reason why it was so expensive. I sprung for some salmon this time. I usually just buy frozen salmon, but I've been wanting to make myself like lunches. What I'm going to do is use our vacuum sealer and seal these up in some type of a marinade probably. and then have them ready to just go when I go to cook them. So we're gonna split this all up for me. John doesn't really like salmon, so that's a Kate thing. We also grabbed some chicken breast, boneless, skinless chicken breast, and boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I used to love buying the organic version of this, but it has just gotten out of hand. So someone had asked on one of our videos why some things are organic and why some things are not organic. And it's honestly just how reasonable the price difference is. So this is almost double the price if you go organic versus if I grab organic raspberries, they're only like $1.50 more usually for like a 12-ounce tub. So for me, that jump is not so terrifying. Whereas if you're buying chicken breast, that's already like $27 for a pack. If you go organic, it's like $42 a pack or sometimes even more. So just budget-wise, I just can't justify it. So I just do the best I can in moderation. So anyways, these are the regular boneless, skinless chicken breast, non-organic, and boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Most of these are just going to be going directly in the freezer. We do a lot of our own cooking, but I also lean on freezer items just like everybody else. So I did grab these for the first time, lightly breaded chicken strips. I keep seeing real fast lunch options on Instagram where people are using these for like Chick-fil-A bowls and KFC bowls with like a healthy twist to them. So I want to start incorporating some of that for my lunches. For the kiddos, they love these chicken breast chunks. John and I like it too for a fast dinner. This is such a good price compared to the Just Bare ones. So I love grabbing these. We also grab these pretty much every time we go to Costco. They usually last us like the 6-week stretch until we get back to Costco again. But these are frozen meatballs, the best tasting frozen meatballs on the market. I will not hear any feedback on that. It says Italian style, but I promise it's a versatile flavor that you could use for Asian dishes, Italian dishes, whatever you want. Over here, we grabbed some salami just to have on hand for sandwiches, wraps, snacks for me. That's one of my favorite things to snack on is salami. We love this chicken sausage right here. We grab it now every single time we go to Costco unless we haven't used up the last one, and it is just so good. And we have tried a couple other brands that have similar flavor profiles and they just don't measure up. This is the best one. Grabbed a couple things of the organic ground turkey because this price is not too far off from regular ground turkey. It's a 3-pound amount here, so it's 1.5 pounds per container. So that is that. These are a favorite of mine. I love popping these in the air fryer. 370 degrees for 6 minutes. Perfect to slice up over a salad. You could put it on a wrap. You could just eat it as is. You could eat it as a burger. It is so good. I also needed to stock up on some tomato sauce. So my pantry finally ran out of that. So I grabbed that. We also ran out of tuna recently. So we did refill that because we recently used some when we went on our road trip. I grabbed some Parmesan because we needed to restock on that. They also had a sale on the Kerrygold butter, and anytime I see a sale on that, I'm grabbing it. So I grabbed some of the unsalted, 2 packs of 24 eggs. We've actually been like slowing down on eggs lately, so that's awesome. Plus prices are coming down on eggs, so I do appreciate that. We also got some organic almond milk over here. I got 1 3-pack of it, and I think they're each a half gallon. I also got 2 packs of the organic 2% milk. You guys can kind of see over here. Sorry. Real estate is real rough over here. I got 2 packs of those, and those each have 3 half-gallon jugs, milk cartons. Cartons is the word that I need. Over here, I grabbed some cream cheese because we finally had run out. I also grabbed some block cheddar cheese so we can shred that up ourselves, because once you start shredding your own cheese, I swear you guys are not going to go back to the pre-shredded cheese. I also grabbed some cottage cheese. I've been using that for snacks for myself and then in random recipes because I swear everything right now has cottage cheese in it. I grabbed 2 things of protein. So this amounted for like $60 of the budget today, but they were on sale and I needed to restock anyway. So I did grab a chocolate and then I think this one's vanilla bean. This is my favorite protein powder of all time. It's so creamy and so good. So I was happy to see it on sale, and I figured I'll just grab both. That way I don't have to grab again in like a month, and they last a while. So I grabbed some artisan romaine. It's not looking too pretty, but I found out that rusting on romaine is normal. You just want to make sure it doesn't get slimy. So there's that. Grabbed a big hunkin' pineapple in the back. We'll use that for juicing and for snacks. Also for juicing, I grabbed a big bag of lemon, a big bag of limes. Those are great for juice recipes. And I also grabbed some celery sticks. What's nice about this is it's already chopped up, but you do want to make sure to rinse them. I use the fruit and veggie wash from Trader Joe's to clean all my vegetables. I haven't done this in a while, but I grabbed myself some mushrooms. I've just been feeling like I love mushroom and spinach together with some garlic and butter. And I was thinking in the mornings I could have that as like a side with breakfast. That would be a vibe. I also grabbed a couple things of papaya. BJ's actually sells a very large papaya, but I saw these and I figured I'd give them a try. Over here, we've got some spinach. Baby spinach to be precise, and this is organic. I'll use that in juicing. I'll use it in salads, smoothies, and even omelets. And then over here, we've got some cucumber that my son attacked while we were in Costco. 3-pack of organic cucumber. We'll use that in juicing. I got 2 packs of emotional support bananas because the price at Costco is really good for bananas. I also got a 6-pack of mango. I'm excited about this. I love to snack on mango, but also mango juice in a juicer is so good. I got some cutie mandarins for the kids. They love these with breakfast. And I got some oranges for juicing. I just realized that I forgot to talk about these things. So I got a pack of shrimp tempura for $10.46. I was really excited about this. And it's good for like 3 days. So I can definitely handle this because John doesn't like shrimp. But over the next 3 days, I will be a happy camper with that shrimp right there. Also, I saw this. I had seen this on an Instagram, and I am just intrigued by this. It was $7.99, and you get a 12 count of these garlic parmesan dinner rolls. So we will taste test these and let you guys know what we think of that. Okay, now over in this zone over here, I am so excited. They finally got the gold kiwi back. This is my kid's absolute favorite, and I also love kiwi. So I was really excited to see that. I grabbed some organic raspberries. This is a great value for the amount that you get. Huge watermelon. This is so big. John put it inside the tote. We always bring totes with us to Costco to like load up so we don't have to take like the boxes that fall apart on you. And he picked up the tote that this was in and he's like, why is this so heavy? And then we realized it's because there's a baby beluga, aka a watermelon in there. Excited about this one. They had dragon fruit, some white dragon fruit. I don't know if you can juice dragon fruit. If you can, I'm going to, but if not, I just love snacking on dragon fruit. Sweet potatoes were back. I don't remember if they had this the last time. The times before, they were out of these for a very long time, and it's a really good price at Costco, so I was excited to see those. Also grabbed a pack of organic baby carrots. We like these for snacks, but we also just toss them in our rice cooker to steam them for the kids, and it's a great side. I saw this huge bag of black beans. I was planning to buy canned black beans, but I do know how to just soak my own beans, and I think it's a way better price, and it's probably better for you. So I figured, why not? We'll just grab that. I also saw this. This was kind of a splurge. I think this was like $20 or something. But they had matcha powder. And I keep seeing people. I need to get off Instagram. I got to tell you that right now. I keep seeing people on Instagram making like matcha protein drinks and stuff. And I'm just like kind of having some FOMO. So I figured I would grab some of that and stop having FOMO. I'll just make it. We have finally run out of coffee beans, and we bought our espresso machine in December. So I cannot tell you, although the espresso machine was a very costly purchase, it has saved us so much money on me not having to buy Nespresso pods every single month. So cheers to that. You know, that is, girl math says this entire purchase was fine because of the fact that we've saved so much money on coffee. Okay, over here, I picked up some of the Kodiak power cakes. We like to have these on hand just for like, if we want a treaty treat, but we can like trick ourselves into believing it's not a treaty treat because it says it has protein, you know? Speaking of pancakes, we also picked up some maple syrup. I've been loving adding maple syrup to everything instead of traditional sugar. It has been a vibe. So I've been doing that. I've also been doing lattes with maple syrup and a little sea salt, and it's been great. So there's that. I absolutely love this brand of yogurt. Something about this yogurt is just so good. So we did grab a pack of that, and it's a really great value for the amount that you get. You get 2 32-ounce tubs, and I want to say it was like $9.99 or something around there. Whereas the sheep's yogurt, which we also love, that is probably like one of my favorite, like in terms of like silkiness. The sheep's yogurt is like $9.99 for 1 tub. So I think this is a great price. Chia seeds, we ran out of it, so I did grab some of those. I like mixing those into yogurt for the kids, into smoothies for me, stuff like that. We finally ran out of rolled oats. I like to grab this at Costco because it's $7.99, I want to say, for 10 pounds. And this lasts us a long time. Like, we usually only have to get this like every other Costco trip. So it lasts us probably almost 3 months when we grab it. And we do a lot with oats. We use that instead of breadcrumbs. We use it instead of flour. We use it to make waffles for the kids, muffins for the kids, overnight oats for us. We use it quite a bit. Over here, I grabbed some bacon crumbles to refill our salad bar. Finally ran out of those from BJ's, and I was happy to see Costco had it. We do make our own stuff for the kids, but again, life is about balance, everybody. Don't feel bad if you have to lean on some of the ready-made things. So I did grab some of these. These are a hit with the kids. They love these. We actually have a pancake maker to make these like puffy type pancakes. It's sometimes, like I said, it's nice to just have a ready-to-go one and you don't have to think about it. We got a 2-pack of potato bread. This will probably go directly in the freezer because we don't have need for bread right now, but bread freezes really well, so I'll just probably pop it right in the freezer. Another item that'll probably go right in the freezer are these artisan rolls. We absolutely love these. Costco used to sell a tomato basil bisque that was so good with this. Like, we used to dip these into it, and it was just like the most delicious and easy dinner. But they haven't sold it in a while, but if you have a really good soup that you love, those are great dipped in it. Okay, I saw these Doritos tortilla chips, taco flavor, and I was like, okay, that obviously needs to come home with us, so we grabbed it. Also grabbed some of these almond flour crackers for snacking for myself during the day. Grabbed some English muffins. We don't have a need for these really right now either, so those will probably go in the freezer. We pretty much always grab these carb balance tortillas. We don't follow a specific nutrition plan, but they taste the same to me, so I figure why not save on a little calories and carbs and just go with that. So I did grab that. We also grabbed some of these tortilla chips in the back. The Kirkland tortilla chips are John's favorite of all tortilla chips, so we always grab it when we go. Another favorite of ours we discovered is this honey hot barbecue sauce from Kinder's. You guys, this stuff is so good. We went through it so fast last time. I honestly think we should have bought 2, but that's okay. We are running low on sea salt, so we did replenish some of that. Canned chicken breast, because just like the tuna over there, we were running low on this in the pantry. Also running low on some condiments, so we did pick up some ketchup. We picked up a couple things of mayonnaise because these were actually on sale for a good price, so I figured I'll just grab it. This is a more expensive option than if you just grab a tub of mayonnaise, but the convenience for me personally, with the amount of cooking that I do and just squeezing it in, it's worth it. I also grabbed some Alfredo sauce because we were almost out of that. We were completely out of marinara, so I did grab that. We love making our own marinara right in the crock pot, just dumping a bunch of veggies in there, but we haven't had time to do that lately, so I figured I'll just grab some of that for now. I did also find some marinara in the freezer, so we will cook through that. And then I grabbed a 6-pack of the organic pasta. We really love this from Costco. It's like a variety pack of different pastas, so I grabbed that. And then last but not least, grabbed a couple fun dips. We have this smokehouse beef brisket dip and then also a street corn dip. So we'll try both of these on camera with you guys and let you know our honest thoughts on them. All right, so that is everything we grabbed at Costco. Let's dive into the taste test. What up, my friends? I got my friend John here. I feel like we haven't done a taste test in so long. Was the last one Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
Possibly.
So.
Anyways, we're here.
Recap. Just friend? That's all I am? Dude?
Yeah, that's all you are. You've been friend zoned.
Wow.
After 20 years together, I finally just put you in the friend zone.
Wow.
Sorry about it. We are here with some Costco taste tests, my favorite ones to do. And they're all over the map. We've got some like full-on dinner. We've got an appetizer type thing. We've got some sweet treats. We've got some dips and chips. It's a vibe over here. I'm very excited. One thing I want to talk about before we dive into like the live in action on the spot first impressions taste test is I already got to try one of the things. Hold please. I didn't want to like wait on the shrimp like too long because I'm impatient. And so this is shrimp tempura and it was $10.46 for a pound and a half of them. And I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 14 to 15 in here and it comes with a sweet chili sauce. I had 5 yesterday. You can either air fry them or you can bake them in the oven. I chose to air fry. Only took like 7 minutes, I think, in the air fryer, 375 degrees. Flip it halfway through. And these were like better than most of the restaurants around here.
Wow.
Like takeout. They were so crispy, so good. They gave such a generous amount of sweet chili sauce because when you go to the restaurants, even if you got like 15 shrimp, they would give you like a tiny little sweet chili sauce on the side. Costco gave like an entire packet of it and it's substantial. So I think this is so worth $10.46 because I swear I've paid more for that for less shrimp elsewhere. Our Costco also had a sign for poke, which I was super excited about. They had a wasabi shoyu poke and then they had a spicy California poke, which is my personal favorite. However, they had already sold out. So they had the sign. I was enticed. I even talked to a human, which I hate doing. Usually I make John go ask the questions. Are any of you like that? You know what I'm saying? But I talked to the human that was behind there. He was a very nice gentleman.
Not the robot, to be exact.
Not the robot. He went in the back to double check and he was like, yeah, girl, sorry. Sold out. And I was like, that's what I get for coming to Costco at 7 p.m. Like, we know everybody's eating sushi at like 10:45 in the morning, you know? So check your Costco's too. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, if it helps. They are introducing really exciting things now. So anyways, wanted to give feedback on that. John doesn't like shrimp, so he can't give you a score. I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Okay, we're starting off with a 10 out of 10 in this video. Okay?
Number one out the gate is a 10.
What do you guys think we should start with? Should we go dips? Should we go, maybe we'll do the garlic bread. Because like, I'm pretty excited about this. So garlic bread, I'm gonna put a picture up on the screen. I wanna say it was $7.99. I'll put the price on the screen too. This is what one of the ones looks like that I pulled off. Looking great, beautiful. Maybe show them the inside. It's looking promising, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Okay, cheers. Taste homemade.
Taste homemade.
Let's start there.
Let's just get that out of the way.
Like, you could put that on a serving platter and you could convince your friends and family that you were Martha Stewart.
Or Kate the Great.
I do love to make bread, but I don't think I'm on that level because that's a very well done bread.
Don't sell yourself short.
Okay, John, thank you for your hype man energy as always. I love the fact that they put so much butter on that it literally soaked in somehow.
Yeah.
Because I feel like most of the time pull apart breads like that, they just don't reach where they need to. I want to ask you, because you like garlic, but you don't love garlic to the intensity that I do. I love garlic. I could have garlic for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I love garlic.
Okay.
What was your like intensity factor with the garlic?
See, here's my thing.
Here's his thing.
I really enjoy, I'm not a huge garlic when it's on like food.
The bread is food.
Not food. Sorry. When it's on like
steak
like a meal.
or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Like a pasta dish that's like heavy on garlic. Okay.
Correct. Got it. We got there.
We got there.
But bread, for some reason, like garlic knots.
Yeah.
Or cheesy garlic
cheesy
bread.
Sticks.
Cheesy sticks with garlic.
The best.
These, I feel like, to me, the garlic to butter ratio was on point.
It was on point. So not too intense on the garlic factor.
No.
But you would have to like garlic. See, like my mom doesn't like garlic, and I feel like she wouldn't like these.
Yeah.
Because it's like the garlic is there. It's a star ingredient.
For sure.
I have to go like 9.5. And again, the only thing that would make it better is if there was like clumps of mozzarella cheese through it. It always comes down to adding cheese for me.
Just add cheese.
That's the only thing that's going to take you to a 10 for me. You know, you want that extra half point, have a mozzarella version. But overall, if you guys wanted to have something fast with like dinner on a weekend and like doing some soup maybe, or even just like a Caesar salad on the side with some chicken, and then you have this for your like decadent moment, it would be a vibe. So 9.5 on those. Oh yeah, I have to get your score. Sorry, hi, we're new here. What do you think from the friend zone arena? What do you think? What's your score, sir? Since you've been benched.
I'm going 9, and the reason I'm going 9 and not 9.5 is because 9.5 would be...
You're very aggressive with the...
Yes. Because it's really good.
He's passionate about giving this feedback, corporate.
Really
Corporate, pay attention.
But I feel like if you had made this, it would be a 9.5, and then if you added mozzarella,
then it would be a 10.
It would be a 10.
I am happy that we don't have like an excessive amount of sweet treats this round, because...
It's not a Trader Joe's haul.
Sometimes it's difficult. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. You know, this is a taxing job. Just kidding. Okay, so we have these little red velvet cups. Let me show you the package. So, Sprinkles cupcakes. I don't know that I've ever even had one of their cupcakes, to be honest with you.
Aren't they in Disney Springs?
They are. I want to say they have like an ATM and a store. Do you remember that?
Next time we go,
we're gonna have to try the actual cupcake. But I wanted to show the packaging. They are individually wrapped. So if you're trying to win like coworker or employee of the year, and you want to have these at your desk or something at work for people to indulge in, there you go.
These look fun.
Yeah, they do look fun. So they're pretty small. Definitely like half the size of a Reese's. Did I say it right that time? I always want to say Reese's.
Oh.
Oh, show the inside. Show your friends. Okay, so it's a red velvet outside with a cream cheese center is what it says. Cheers.
Bang.
I have thoughts.
You have thoughts?
I have thoughts.
Okay, I want to hear your thoughts. My thoughts are that's a problem.
It's a problem. My thing is this. I don't feel like the quality is there.
Yeah.
It tastes kind of like... Remember back in the day when like, I bet people still do it now, but my mom used to do it a lot. She'd get those molds for like chocolate and put like a popsicle stick in it or a lollipop stick.
Gotcha.
And then at baby showers and stuff, it was like the thing back in the day. It'd be like blue bunnies and stuff like that. And it was always that chocolate that's good, but it's just not top tier.
Like on that, here's why I say that's a problem. Because it's not like super decadent.
You're right. So you could eat multiple.
You could just sit there and eat a bunch of
them. That is true.
That's
so I'm glad they individually wrapped it because that puts one little barrier in your way, you know? I don't think that's a rush out and buy it situation.
Yeah.
It is really good though. And I love that it's red velvet and cream cheese because I feel like that's different. It's not, I feel like most of the time when you get chocolate treats at the store, it's usually like caramels and stuff like that or like
milk
peanut
chocolate,
butter.
Dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Caramel.
This one's different, you know, it's different. So I'm going probably like 7.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's low.
No, it's just not, it just didn't, I don't know. There's not that pop that I need, you know?
I'm going 8.5.
8.5?
Yeah.
It's a pretty solid score, sir.
Yes. I could sit there and just open up a bunch
Maybe
of them.
you should be that star employee, take them to work. You know what I mean? And have them at your desk.
I mean,
but then bite people if they try and take it.
No matter what.
That is true, John. You are. Come on. You're a star for me too. We have these Doritos, but they're tortilla chips. I'm like super confused. It says they're taco flavored. And I just love the packaging. I feel like it's very like retro, like 70s vibes, you know?
It's vintage Disney vibes is what it is.
It is because
look at
wasn't Doritos created
in
Disneyland. Do you guys want some history? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, good.
Well, they had all the tortillas for making food. I think it was at, what was the name of that restaurant?
The Zeppelo or something like, isn't it a Z?
I forget.
Anyways.
Put it on the screen.
Yeah.
And they were discarding all the ones that were not eaten for the day or throwing them away. And people were actually taking them out and not like throwing them away and putting them aside and baking them and turning them into like chips. And then they turned that into basically Doritos. And Doritos stemmed from discarded tortillas at Disneyland.
That's crazy. We haven't been to Disneyland since 2018.
Which
does not sit right with my soul.
That is so wrong.
It is so wrong. It should be illegal. We are required to be there. Anyways, I first want to try the chip itself. Then we're going to use these chips as a vessel.
As a vessel?
As a vessel to scoop up some dippy dips that we got. It smells really good. Like it smells like taco night is what it smells like. If taco night had a smell, I thoroughly enjoy that. I don't know that I love them as much as a traditional Dorito because I love Doritos. Okay. But I feel like depending on my vibe, I could go either way. Like I might want a cheesy Dorito or I might want these, but they're like up there. And to say that is a statement.
It's a statement.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I feel like those are really good by themselves. I would prefer a normal like nacho cheese Dorito. But I feel like that chip for chili is going to be on fire.
And I have some great news for you, John. In today's taste test, we are also featuring a chili.
Boom.
So you can try the chili by itself, and then I will allow you.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome. Since you're a star employee.
Thank you.
I will allow you to dippy dip the chippy chip. Okay? I'm giving that... I gotta go 9, to be honest.
Wow.
It's up there for me. That's a really good chip. Like, we recently had the best potato chip we've ever had from Trader Joe's. I will link that video down below. I'm not kidding you guys. World's best potato chip.
The seasoning. Woo!
So I'm still thinking about that one, but this one is up there.
But what about those other tortilla chips that we got from Costco that time.
Okay, see that I think I gave either a 9.5 or a 10.
Ah, okay.
So those ones are,
All right.
but that one is more about the texture.
That's true.
I like the texture on we're talking about the Siete tortilla chips. Those are like a favorite of ours now. But the Doritos, the flavor is so good, and it's not overpowering, and it's not overly salty.
Yes. Agreed.
So I feel like they could have done too much, and they decided to just do enough. Okay, what is your score on that?
I'm going 8.5.
8.5. Okay. Next up, we're gonna try some dippy dips.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
With a good time.
Don't threaten him with a good time. We have a street corn dip. It did not have instructions on heating it up, so we're just gonna eat it cold, but I would imagine you could microwave this if you wanted to. I just honestly was lazy and said, hey, if I don't have to, I'm not going to, you know? I honestly think this combo of the taco Doritos with the street corn is gonna be a vibe. That is delicious. However, John and I are both not fans of cilantro, and it's definitely present.
It's there. I couldn't figure out what was there that was like, what is in
That
this?
was like holding him back.
Yeah.
Yep. And it was the cilantro. Is that what you're gonna say? You like to finish yourself?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, it was the cilantro. I mean, I don't know if the cilantro adds to it for other people, but for me, if that didn't have the cilantro, that would be like a 9.
Really?
Yeah, but the cilantro, I feel like, kicks it back to like a 7.5.
A 7. That's how strongly you dislike cilantro. For me, cilantro, I literally used to not even be able to eat things if cilantro was included. Like, even if it touched it, I couldn't. And I don't have many things if it touched my face. I don't have many things that I do that with. But like cilantros to me always had cooties. Like, don't touch my stuff, you know? But now I'm at the point where like I can appreciate the cilantro vibe. So if I have a salsa, I wouldn't make it without cilantro now. I just would do like less than most people do, you know? Any hoodles. It's definitely present. So if you also don't like cilantro, I don't think you'd like this. But for me, I'm going like 8.5.
Huh?
I really, really enjoyed it. And I think that it would be like a crowd pleaser dessert. Cake, dip, crowd pleasing dip. With the chips, that combo is meant to be together.
The chip elevates it.
Yeah, because the taco seasoning already being on that chip, it's just a good vibe. And the other thing I was going to say, I don't know. I was sitting there thinking, because here's my thing with dips from Costco. Is that they tend to, there's so much. And if you're only 2 adults like us, they usually go bad. Like if you don't eat them within like 7 days. And I don't know, like many of you may be dip enthusiasts that can consume that amount of dip in 7 days. We are not there. But I was thinking, if you made like a taco pasta or something and like stirred that in, or like top some chili with it.
Now you got to make a meal with it.
Now I got to make a meal with it. Or if you did like Spanish rice and like put that on top instead of like sour cream, any of those things would be a vibe. Oh, also, if you made yourself like a burrito bowl and then put some of that on top, that would be a vibe.
You got to make a meal now.
Now I got to make a meal.
You just set yourself up for more work.
I sure did. Next up, we're going to try another dip that I am very excited about. I just want to point out the fact that I just told you guys that we're not dip people, and then I purchased 2 Costco-sized dips. But I couldn't be stopped, and I couldn't decide between the 2, so we just got both. So this one is from the brand Taste of the South, Smokehouse Beef Brisket Dip. It does give a spice level on there, which I think is cool, and it says it's a spice 1 out of 3. It says that it's hickory smoked beef brisket with barbecue spices.
So it has spice.
It has spice, yeah. But it's a mild spice, apparently. We need chippy chips. It smells so good. Same thing on this one. It did not have any instructions on heating it up, so we're just going cold. I liked the other one cold.
Yeah.
I could have it warm, but it wasn't, I don't feel like it took anything away.
There's a big chunk of beef that I want right there. So you know how she just said that we can't consume a lot of dip?
That will be gone. That's going to be gone, bro.
That dip doesn't stand a chance.
John, I need you to think about something, though. Okay? Imagine. Imagine this, John.
Imagine.
A hoagie roll. And you spread that on there. And then you put some type of...
Why do you continue to add more work to the plate?
Like that, you know that barbecue chicken breast we have in the fridge right now?
No.
From BJ's, the deli meat?
Oh, yes. Oh! You
Like, it doesn't just need to be a dip.
You need to not.
That could be a spread as well. It should be labeled dip and spread.
You need to stop it.
That's going to be good. I want to have that for lunch.
If that lasts till the middle of the night of the week, I'll be shocked.
I'm going 9.5.
I'm going 9.5. I
don't
know what would make it a 10.
I feel like that's one of the best dips I've had, to be honest. The flavor is so good. It definitely has that smokehouse flavor, but it doesn't have the burnt flavor.
Yes.
Like, I know a lot of people love that like charred charcoal taste. I'm not one of those people. I like it to be slightly smoky, but not like over the top.
That's the best Costco dip.
That's the best Costco dip so far. That one I would say is a must buy. If you're more reasonable than us and you don't grab 2 dips, I would say that dip is the one to grab.
That is a John approved.
That's a John approved.
Must buy.
I'm trying to think like what else you could dip in there. Like if you had barbecue chips too, or if you had salt and vinegar chips. John doesn't like salt and vinegar, but I do. I feel like if you had salt and vinegar chips to dip in that, it would give you that like sweet, tangy awesomeness. Because that's what it is. It's got mild sweetness in the background. I don't even think you could qualify that as mild spice, to be honest. I don't think there was much spice at all.
I didn't taste any spice.
It's barbecue level, not even like taco seasoning level. So I wouldn't be intimidated.
Range from 1 to 3, you would think 1 would, like a 0 would be nothing.
Right.
And a 1 would have some spice.
Some type of
I
kick.
didn't get anything.
Maybe they're just being cautious because there are some people that think like black pepper is spicy. Okay, now we're gonna try this out. Whoa, look at that transition we just did. Are we professionals or what? Whoa. Okay, so these are Nature Valley crispy, creamy wafer bars, strawberry flavor. They're made with oat butter. Oh, John split me off. Break me off a piece.
That's weird. That's weird.
Tell me you grew up in the 90s without telling me you grew up in the 90s.
I have a lot of feelings about this.
We have a lot of feelings.
I feel like the strawberry flavor is really good. It doesn't taste super artificial.
It's like towing the line, but it's not like all the way artificial.
Right.
I agree.
The wafer has a weird texture.
It does. It's very dry.
I feel like the oat butter, it's not complimenting anything enough.
It's good. It's just not something I'd be like, you have to buy that. But I think if you did buy it, you'd probably be happy with it. Like, I'll enjoy those as like a treat that's not super decadent.
Yeah.
Like if you need something kind of like in between.
These are great, like running out of the house.
I was literally just going to say that. Like throw it in your purse when you're running out the house and you want to avoid stopping somewhere to pick up food.
Yeah.
That is definitely decadent. Overall, I'm going like 7.
I'm going 6.5.
I had a feeling you were going to do 6.5. It's just, I don't know, something's definitely missing there. But overall, I think that it would be worth buying. It's got that strawberry dreamsicle vibe to it, which I really enjoy. I like when there's like strawberry and cream together. Last but not least, this was John's pick when we were at the store. He said he wanted to test out the chili.
I've seen it once before, whenever the long time ago.
I don't think they've carried it like super long.
Yeah.
I think that it's kind of a recent ad.
I just felt like it called me to say, you need to try me because I'm a chili snob.
He is a chili snob. I think that, I mean, we'll try it, of course. But I think that if you were trying to do like chili dogs where you don't need the chili to be like the star, I think this would be a great option. This was $15.96, $3.99 per pound, and it's a 4-pound tub of chili. It does have some toppings on it. It comes with what looks to be like parsley, I think, and then some shredded cheese. I think it's a beef chili. Yeah, it says beef chili. And then you can either heat it up on the stove or you can microwave it in a bowl. So if you wanted to just do single serving. The other thing to let you guys know was something like this. If you wanted to buy this because maybe you enjoy the chili quite a bit, even though it's from a store, you can freeze stuff like this. And I love the freezer cubes for that. So if you wanted an easy meal prep option for yourself, you could put like some rice down and then this chili on top of it in like freezer cubes and then stick it in the freezer and have a fast lunch for yourself to just heat straight from the freezer. Just an option.
You're a smart cookie.
I'm a smart cookie. So John heated it up in the microwave for us. The cheese is all mixed into it. I'm not the biggest chili fan. I just want to warn you guys before I eat it. I'll eat it, but it's not my favorite.
That's a face.
I cannot wait to see what your feedback is on this. I am actually shocked right now. The reason why John is a chili snob is because I make a really good chili.
That's a good chili.
That is a very good chili, John. Like if I didn't feel like making chili, What I would do with that, honestly, the reason why John likes my chili so much is I put a little brown sugar in it and gives it sweetness. That tastes like my chili and you just need a little brown sugar mixed in.
I feel like when you buy like a big tub of chili, there's no chunks of vegetables or
This is literally like a homemade chili.
Yeah, this is like fantastic. I'm
in shock right now. You can just buy a tub of it. Now, granted, $15 is a lot for chili.
Well,
because
I mean, it's worth
you can
it.
make it, yeah, I honestly think if I added up the ingredients, with the prices of stuff now, actually, because like a pound of ground beef is like $4.50 if you get like the good ground beef. A pepper is like 99 cents, couple cans of diced tomatoes, $2. So I mean, at home chili for a good amount, the same amount as that tub is probably $8 to $10 depending where you live. So $15 to have it just already done for you. And it's good quality.
That's good quality.
This is, again, if you want to be a trickster and you want to have people over, you guys do like baked potato night, okay?
Oh,
you set up a little chili
wow.
bar. Nobody has to know you didn't make that because it tastes like you made it. Just like put it in a saucepan at first and leave the saucepan in the sink. And then it'll be like, look, she made it. You know what I mean? You got the dirty evidence right there.
You just heat it up on the stove.
Yeah, that's true. There are stove heating instructions. So they'll think that you created the entire chili. I'm going to go 9.
You're going 9.
On a chili.
On a chili.
That's right.
You don't even go 9.
It still wouldn't be my first pick. Like if I go to the store, I'm not picking up the chili. That would, like if I was a single woman living...
Of chilies, that's a 9.
Of chilies, that's a 9.
Okay.
Correct. Like I would honestly go like a white chicken chili before I'd go with like a standard chili. But for chilies, normally I have to like tolerate them. That one, it's kind of like, you know how you're like, I wouldn't go for leftovers, but I'll eat that. That's kind of how I feel. Like I would eat that and be fine. And on a hot dog, that would be delicious. And I don't even like hot dogs. I would do a sausage, but you know what I'm saying?
I am so glad. See, you called me for a reason.
It did, because that was a great call. I honestly would have never thought to pick that up. And now people who do love chili know that Kate and John sign off on this chili and recommend it. What is your score? Did you give a score?
Not yet.
Not yet, because you're thinking on it? John, the people got to know corporate is waiting. They've been patient.
I feel like that's like a solid 9.5.
I could see you saying that. Because my thing is I feel like when chili is like packaged, I feel like they tend to hold back on seasoning it.
Yeah.
Like they make it super bland, super mild. This one is seasoned so well, but not spicy.
Yes.
Just seasoned.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, some people may consider like chili powder to be like spicy, but for me, chili powder is more like earthy or something. That to me is a must buy. Also, I think the chili with the garlic bread, dip that in there. You know, John is behind the camera right now and I just suggested the garlic bread dipped into it and he turned to me and looked like he was the happiest man alive. Now he's trying the Dorito dipped into it. Another good face, everyone. Bring your face over here, show your friends. Listen here, Linda. It's been a minute since I said that. Listen, you need a quick.
You can't talk either.
I haven't been able to talk this whole video. Okay, you need a quick weeknight dinner idea. You pick up the chili and you pick up the garlic bread.
And that's
side salad. Grab one of those $3.99 salad packs. You know, the Caesar ones? $25 and you've got a solid dinner. And that's going to feed a lot of people.
That's what I'm saying. Like that would feed like 10 people.
Which one did you prefer? The Doritos dipped in it or the garlic bread dipped in it or what?
Yes.
Yes. Of everything we tried, this is going to be difficult. What is your top like must buy?
The dip.
I'm going dip too. But the chili, if you're a chili fan.
I'm like...
I'm shocked. But oh, the shrimp too. I forgot about the shrimp. I'm going dip though. My top recommendation is the dip. The one that I think you could leave behind, I'd probably go either those red velvet thingies or the wafers. I think both of them are not necessary. Yeah.
Just leave them on the shelf.
Not necessary. If you grab them though, you wouldn't have buyer's remorse. Right. They're not going to get wasted, don't you worry.
But don't have FOMO over it. Yeah,
if you see it on some influencer's account acting like, just know that Kate said, meh. Okay?
Nah.
Not that my opinion is more important than theirs, but I'm just saying you don't need to run. Don't break your ankle, okay? That is all the feedback we're going to get over to corporate. I hope we delivered whatever you needed when you clicked on that thumbnail. If this was your first time with us, we are this crazy at all times. If you enjoyed the energy.
I feel like we went so off the rails.
But this is us, okay? If you enjoyed the energy, do not forget to subscribe before you leave. Don't lose us, okay?
Bang.
Because who knows when the algorithm is going to bring you back here if you don't subscribe, you know? All right, I hope you guys have a magical day. Bye.